EA Sports, where division rivals will clash in the AFC North. It's the reigning Super Bowl champs and the Bengals, next on Madden NFL 22.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The enthusiasm of this Cincinnati crowd in full effect a moment ago as their Bengals took the field to the delight of this sold-out crowd. And they're all set as they'll match up with the Baltimore Ravens. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. On 1st and 10, Young. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 6 catches, 53 yards.
This defense is ranked near the bottom of the league against the pass. You get the sense that he feels like if he gets covered on any call, he's going to be upset. He thinks he should be open on every snap in this game.
Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. To throw again on 2nd down. Young. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. Here comes the Ravens on offense, and the man in charge from Louisville, the former MVP, Lamar Jackson. At after the interception. Here's Jackson. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And got his man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline, I guarantee his first thought wasn't about the interception itself, but what could result. And I know he was thinking to himself, come on, defense, bail me out. Well, they weren't able to in this situation. Now he's got to go out and atone for it himself, but he can't force things.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. They'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on 3rd down. Looking to throw, Young. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. This will wind up a loss on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
We'll call that a 41-yard punt. The net a little greater, though, following a loss on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. It's a big play there for Baltimore. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Forced out to his left. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Here's Jackson, eluding the pressure right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with the touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? Or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright?
He'll have a first down past the 40. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. That's a nice explosive play there, and this defense told us we have to have our eyes right on their RPO sets, and they did not have their eyes right.
I love that term, eyes right, meaning they have to be in the proper place and read your keys. And a smart thinking guy running an offense can see when you break down on that, and he took full advantage of it.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Here's Young from the shotgun. His throw incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Young. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4. 58, right over there.
To throw, Young. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll bring up 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. This Ravens offense heads back out there, led by Lamar Jackson. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one.
And that's caught inside the 35. And in for the Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. 82 yards. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one, better than 20 miles an hour. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down. Another try after the first down sack. Young. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
And he finds a man on the crossing route. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now they'll run it on the toss. Breaks the tackle, now an alley. And he's got this down to the 35.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now, after that last running play, we've got an offensive lineman down on the field. While he gets attended to, we'll step aside. Now here's Young. Looking deep downfield. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he's going to be taken down inside the 10 at about the 8-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, get to a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
Pressure. I love it. See if they dial it up this drive. On 3rd down, Jackson. He'll get that one complete to Connor. It's all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. 92 yards as the Ravens push further out in front. Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch it short, he can take it long, or he can do what we just saw right there, catch it and then run with the football.
Yeah, and that was sheer determination right there. He decided before the play, if there was a sliver, he was going to take advantage of it. Looked the ball in, turned on the jets, and took it all the way.
And the next-gen stats show us the tale of how much yardage he was able to tack on after the catch. Now for the point after. And the lead is up to 18 now. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it's capped off by the Baltimore score. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's just been looking for some space. I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
They'll contain him to just 4, second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And to give this time to the tailback. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
The Bengals on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Young to throw it. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Good contain. No gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
The whole idea of the screen pass is to fool the defense in a big way and create a big play.
They weren't fooled.
Not 1 second, not one bit. How about them figuring it out, diagnosing it, and spilling it for lost yardage?
Here's Jack Fox now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. And how about the start so far, Charles? 3 first-half touchdown passes.
And that's how you generate excitement on a team. Keep your offense moving at a really high level. And it's also how you establish leadership, by playing that well. 3 touchdown passes, that's the way to lead.
Now he's just hoping for number 4. Jackson on 1st down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got him in, complete.
Oh, boy, you ain't got no feet.
All the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Anthony Schwartz with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Ravens are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Well, for all the deserved accolades Lamar Jackson gets for his running prowess, his deep ball, it's really a thing to behold as well.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
And that throw, pretty impressive, and even 61 yards through the air. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. 1 play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
On 2nd and 12, Young finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And that's going to lead to a third down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
This is our time. Our time.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So a change of possession here on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give them a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent is really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
And now they're just looking to add to that total. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. 6 yards left on second down. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Throwing again on second down. Jackson. He finds his man, complete. That's Connor. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
From the 22, Jackson. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens add on.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Extra point right down the middle, and that will extend this big lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals going to take over late in this first half. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. Young looks to throw on first down. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Looking to throw again on second down. Young. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that'll make it third down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get it out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Third down, Young from the gun. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's got some space here. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play that time on the catch and run.
On third down, it's very simple. Make sure you get beyond the sticks, make the catch, pick up the first down. But in this case, he turned it into bonus time and was off to the races for a monster play.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Young now. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. From the shotgun, it's Young. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll throw again. Young. Going right side here, and that's complete. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will knock this down to still a very large 29-point deficit. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Well, this is taken in. It's complete.
Get off the field.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Ravens would extend their lead here just before halftime.
If you did know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will swell by one more. So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. Takes it at the 7. So we have reached halftime. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This will be fielded inside the 5.
All right, partner, get that disapproving look off of your face. He did get it out to the 1-yard line. Yeah, I know. Wasn't the best play in the world. He's hoping his offense can bail him out.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown! A big play there. With his 3rd touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season. And the Ravens come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Well, like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch.
Yeah, and this is no ordinary run after the catch. This is supersized right here. He's able to look it in, turn upfield, and then it's as simple as looking for the area where the defenders aren't. And then he outruns them all the way to the end zone.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the catch on the next-gen stats. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Touchdown, Bengals. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And it's for pride now, but the Bengals get a bit closer. And sometimes those slants, they can be so tough to defend after the catch. It just happens so quickly.
And really, what gets set up there is how quickly everything happens. Ball's out of the hands of the passer in a hurry, and he just takes it and goes.
He went all the way into the end zone. Extra point splits the uprights, so they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Let's go.
So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. He'll buy some time right. And Jackson's so tough to stop. He's got a first down, and he gives himself up there at the end. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Jackson from the shotgun. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw is Jackson. It got his man complete. And in for the Ravens touchdown. A great play there. 52 yards. And the Ravens have taken a 6-touchdown lead. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
extra point right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's capped off by the Baltimore score. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The Bengals offense getting set and ready to go again here. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
There's a nice pickup right there. And after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Now a first down throw for Young. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Young. And the pressure gets to him again. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Young will set to throw. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. It's fielded at the 45. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From midfield now, here's Jackson. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. Touchdown! Anthony Schwartz, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Ravens get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. And once again, they stop him behind the line. Great job by this Ravens defense. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Young to throw it. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. The Bengals bring out their punter now. as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop. A man down on the return. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear
that is
by the
one
time
positive.
we have to leave the booth.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And that is incomplete.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
On 2nd and 10, Jackson. He's going to try and go deep again. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Again, Jackson being chased out left. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Let's go! Let's go!
Now,
Let's
after
go.
the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Now Jackson on 1st down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Flushed out right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. Now Jackson. Got a man. It's Schwartz, complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A big connection on that one. 35 yards.
First down.
Before they can snap it, time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson, escaping the pressure right. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
13-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
To throw again on 2nd down, Jackson steps away to his left. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
Good job.
Lamar Jackson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Point after here coming up. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back.
45, 45. Mike, 45.
Young now from the 50. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. That throw by Young incomplete.
You definitely would like to have hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. The Bengals bring out their punter now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Now, if you're a fan of punting, this game's for you. He's been out there quite a bit. That one maybe his best yet.
Yeah, he certainly got his leg loose by now. It kind of reminds me of my college football coach, John Majors. He loved the punting game because he liked the positioning, the field position, and he loved to play defense.
He's got a man complete. And all the way to the opposite 45. It's a big play there for Baltimore. So forget about being backed up. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way across midfield. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And in for the Ravens touchdown. A big play there. 45 yards. And the Ravens are well on their way to a 5-0 start as they extend their lead. Well, they just continue to roll. And, Charles, for you and I, we want the close games, but for them, it has to be so nice to enjoy this big cushion.
I can't remember the last time we saw them play this loose and have this much fun. I think they'd love to be able to capture this game, carry it with them from week to week, and be able to execute like this in all the rest of their games.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will extend this big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one.
45.
Young on 1st down. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Young.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Young on 3rd down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the 4th. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down, eluding the pressure right. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards remain for 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Here's Jackson to throw. Buying time to his left. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as it.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Bengals grab it, and they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. Mike.
Young now after the fumble recovery. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. It looks like a 12 yard loss there on the first down sack. After the sack on first down, Young, and he's got him. Got his man on the end route, complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. Young to throw it. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. The Bengals bring out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And they'll go ahead and down this one right on the chalk of the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And it's looking all the more likely that a fifth straight win is going to be in the cards. They'll try to run some time here with a 1st and 10. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Finally a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Flush to his right. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd and 1, Jackson. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will swell by one more.
Bengals 20.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. First down, Young. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Throwing again on 2nd down. Young. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. To try again after the sack. Young, he's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Young. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this one is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. This is brought in at the 21. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. 2nd and 10. Now it's Jackson on the move to his left. First down and more for Jackson as he's all the way up to the 24-yard line.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Well, yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. From the gun, it's Jackson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. On 3rd down, Jackson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six for the Bengals TD. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football.
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just didn't